Parenting was parenting is a tricky thing. I don't know whether how can me know about parenting, but I don't know from what I've seen, I don't know. But this generation lately they've been messing up a lot. Somebody you've dated for 5 months, you've already decided to have a family with them. 5 months. That is a lot of a lot of celebs. What is it called? A lot of celebs separating, a lot of celebs divorcing. Here they date for a month, they get married. Then after 2 months, they have kids. Then you're like, was that even love? Or was that lust? It's a whole picture on its own. Love is another different thing. They do say, after a year or two, it no longer becomes love, it becomes responsibilities. Yeah, the responsibility. People think of responsibility because of time with family. The responsibility of you guys taking care of each other. That's what they basically mean by responsibilities. Then if the kids do come in, now those are the kids, the responsibility of the kids. But initially, the responsibilities come in when we're not able to take care of each other. Like I got your back, I got another, and the vice versa. But lately, man say, what's going on in social? But then this person is, I remember the so-called who is anachana na mwingine because of sijini. Another thing is, chicks move on very fast. Because, as I said, the guys, you meet the first person and they think they're the one, but in real sense, they're just meant for the jungle. I do believe, most chicks are just, not most chicks, but this generation nowadays, it's hard to get a good one. Most of them are just wild. You just leave them into the jungle, And the thing is, you do know they're wild, but in some sense, you give yourself that delusional that you can tame them, you can domesticate them. There's a reason we have cats, and there's a reason we have lions, we have the tigers, the wild cats and the domestic cats. Ukipatana with wild cats, achana nazo, those ones, just let them out of let them be, because now you commit, then you end up getting kids with them. Another thing is now you've messed up the whole thing, you've messed up also the life of the kids, because now you've separated. That means someone there that was selfish, and they did not consider that they're having a family together. So that means the kids, when they grow up, they'll be messed up in a way, because they won't be getting one or the other, either the father figure or the mother figure, or the love and that kind of stuff, because one wants to live their own life while the other wants to take responsibility. But people should just take it slow, This whole thing of dating 5 months, you date 5 months and then you say that, boom, we're getting married. Or you date for 5, or maybe at the beginning of when you're dating, nobody had stuff going on for their lives. Nobody had gigs, money wasn't coming as well. But then after a month or two, you both get gigs, or one of you get gigs and it's paying well, and then you're like, fuck it, let's start a family. It's 5 months. You should understand the difference between 5 months and being together for 30 years. That is a big difference. When you decide to date, was a date of a year or two. Be sure. I don't believe a year is it sounds considerable dating for a year, because the first 6 months, you're still doing the whole meet up, dating, cooking, that kind of stuff. And then another 6 months is when you actually stay together and see if it does work out. But now kuna hizi mapepos. There's people out there that's very aware. You have people who they play and act, they do and they act to be good for a whole 6 months. Somebody has been acting that the perfect husband, or she's the perfect wife for you. I'm like, why? People are demons out here, man. So the fact that you can deceive someone to such a level that you've been putting a whole facade of this person, of this dream person that you expected the person to see in you for 6 months. Then you actually put a ring to it, and then you're like, it wasn't as it was, man. And I was telling a podcast by what is it called? Ujamaa wetu Kife Mazee. You know, he talked of when he started dating the person, he was getting, well-served meals. He was getting the actual meal, apata dessert meal. You get well-chopped fruits, kiamka asubuhi, unaambia doing it breakfast. Kirudi jioni, when you come back in the evening from work, unaambia, are you okay? Do you need like a massage? Ama nini? But now when you finally put your into it, you actually meet the actual person behind all that, man. Turns out they were not as they were. Turns out they were just trying to fool you into getting, because nowadays some people now use marriage as a way of getting monetization. Some people get into, what is it called, like right now getting to YouTube to be monetized. Now people get into marriages to be monetized. They make sure, so this guy or this woman, I'm like, yeah, I'll make sure I get a kid with them so that you get to trap them, because most people, I don't think you're human, so the social beings are naturally, you'll care about something. You'll care about something. They're like, oh, this person, if I get the kid, I know I got them hooked. Because now they get the kid, then they just drop you, and they'll now use the kid as a way to extort you. Anything happens to many people, such in plain sight, and there's nothing you can do. Other days I do hear there's prenups, ones that you sign documents before getting into marriage, that if you ever, for whatever reason, go your separate ways, everybody stays with what they own. I know there's these people who decide to do it Kenyan, they decide to do it locally. Just get married. You'll get hurt, they will destroy you, the very reason of living. But you want to take it slow, man. Dating is just dating and leveling up to relationship, and then leveling up to getting married. Marriage is not it's very serious. Deciding to be that person for 30 years. You'll be smashing that thing for 30 years. The same, you'll be smashing it for 30 years. The same being, you'll be smashing it for 30 years. People don't think about that in the long run. Smashing that same thing for 30 years. As in, you're not testing any other person. You're just testing the same thing you've been married to for 30 years. Or God knows how long you'll be together for. People should really wrap their head around it. This one night stand kind of stuff you got used to. Marriage is a totally different chapter of its own. That one, when you get in, you'll be sacrificing on a lot of your wants, a lot of your desires, a lot of stuff taking the back seat, man. Another thing is, people are not really aware about it, because people, most of this right now, you're from campus. Campus, there's a lot of dating. People date, mnachana. By the time they're done with the 4 years in degree or doing the diploma kind of stuff, that's what the person might have dated over how many people? 20 or even more. So now when they get out of the real world and now they're actually fending for themselves and actually trying to build a life for themselves, and then they're like, let's get married. The thing is, they've not really wrapped their head around the whole marriage thing. They've gotten used to one night stands, this one time moments they used to do in campus. Then when you actually get in and actually go up and get to meet these people, and those people are actually serious, they're like, this thing ain't for me. Then the thing is, you hyped someone else, and the thing is, now you've intertwined. And then to make things worse, if you even had a kid with them now, and that even ruins the whole thing. You had a kid with them, and then turns out in the end of the day, turns out you weren't ready for it. It messes up a lot of stuff, man. People should really know what they're getting into. Be conversant. Otherwise, your parents, they don't tell us what's the nitty-gritties of what marriage is, though. People you see your parents, seeing them sing each other, at times laughing. If you're from a healthy family, you see your dad and mom always talking, always laughing. coordinating 1 or 2 stuff for years, you think, oh, it's not that bad, but they don't actually really tell you the effort they do try to put into it, the work they put into trying to build whatever you are now seeing. Because when you're actually born, you're just seeing now the final touches of what was already built. But I will say marriage is a whole thing on its own. Siya wengi. Not everybody is meant to marry, and not everybody is meant to be parents. For some people, just celibacy is your thing. Stick to it, manze. Some people, marriage and their thing, parents and their thing. Wachana, and I just leave it as a whole and just go do your thing, go inje. Just achana na. Dragging people into your circle and then destroying it. You also destroy them, and then I leave them devastated. But you try, but parent a thing, or did a thing, and chana si lazima. Society might tell you it is, and also your natural human instincts will tell you want to get married, but what you know yourself, and you know marriage ain't your thing. Chana, just leave it be, and you do your thing, maze. Thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, maze. Catch you in the next one.